Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hearts of Iron 4 video. Well, this is actually my first Hearts of Iron 4 video that I am doing on the channel. So, yeah. Today I decided that I am going to be showing you how to do a monarchist run as the United Kingdom. Now, what is the monarchist run? Basically, Britain going online. So, I'm actually going to show you how to do it, as I said. So, first what you want to do is that you want to go up here to your tabs, and you want to get everything sorted out. For me, I like to go down Mechanical Computing, Interwar Artillery, Basic Machine Tools, and Construction. That always helps. We'll also be creating a pretty big Labrador. Or, not a pretty big Labrador. Wait. I think that'll sustain, because we need a lot of supplies to go into this area when we are doing this run. What I like to do is that I like to put 5 on guns, 4 on artillery, and then 2 on support equipment. And to get the monarchist run, you want to go for the King's Party. So first do changing course. And you do want to get a lot of your divisions to move over to here and have them train. So yeah, you are now set for success. You can also do a agency, that's what I'm gonna do. And you do run short on a lot of guns, so I will be back once we have the changing course finished. Alright, we have changing course done. Now if you look on the path, we do not have the King's Party ready yet. This is because there are a couple of events that help you get more non-aligned support. And what that does is that with the non-aligned support, it's basically the King's Party, and it's going to help you go towards monarchy, as I said. So what I like to do is that after this, I like to go down limited rearmament, and by then I think we'll have 5 world tension, so that we are able to go down the shadow scheme, industrial effort, and you could choose which one you want to do first. I like to go for the extra research slot, then the Royal Ordnance Factories, because, I don't know, that's how I like to roll. But I'll be back once we have the monarchy decisions. So real quick, one thing I like to do is that I like to give refuge to German and Italian scientists. What this does is that it helps us with our research speed. And, well, I suggest you should go with that, but if you are looking to have more of a, better government, you could go for the silent workhorse. It's around here somewhere, can't really find it. Maybe we don't have one. Well, we do have an economic reformer, so I guess you could go with that. Oh, here's a silent workhorse. You could take this as well. It's only 35. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give refuge to German scientists, because it always helps. So I have gotten the basic machine tools done. You can go down concentrated industry, or you can go down dispersed industry. I like to go down dispersed, as it always helps me. I'm also gonna get the anti-tank, because when we go into war with either France or someone else, I'm sure that they will have tanks, so that's gonna help us in the long run. I also remembered that you can go down the Gateway to Europe path. Basically, this is, will the Dutch give you more stuff, or will the Dutch give the Germans more stuff? For me, I personally don't go down this path, so I like to just put it there. And you can find other things that you really don't like, and that you won't use, like expand the Burma Road or the naval treaties. Those are stuff that I will not use, because, I don't know, just don't want to use them. But yeah, you could go down this path, but I think it's a waste of political power, which I do think you need. Alright, so now we have the Edward VIII abdication crisis. Now, what this does is that either it gives you, or you can either get rid of him and say if he will not change his mind, the king must abdicate, or you can go down the monarchist path, which of course we are doing. I insist on you going for the compromise on a organic marriage. I think that's how you say it, because it doesn't take away a lot of stability and change for non-aligned support, which non-aligned support, you could have it, but you just need more of these events so that you could go down this path. So I go for the compromise on organic marriage. Alright, so here you do not want to get anyone like a silent workhorse or anything like that, because you need to save political power. Now, this gives twice as much political power, but I don't think it's worth it. So, yeah, just don't go for him. Alright, so here it says the cabinet resigns. Do not be worried about this. This helps us get towards the monarchist path, so go for this. It takes away a lot of your political power, but that's fine. It's worth it in the end. So now we have the fallen government. Yes, it takes away stability, but that's why we didn't go for the one that took away a lot of stability in the beginning. Alright, so what I did is that I went down to the reinforce the empire, and I went for the encourage colonial elite. This helps us a lot with research speed, which is a big thing that we need. Now, if you do this, you do not want to go down Commonwealth ties at all. Now, once this, I guess, tutorial is done that I'm giving you, then you can go down Commonwealth ties. But I suggest you not going down that, because the Commonwealths will break away from you. I think that you should just wait it out and hope for the King's Party. And right as I say the Dominions will break with the crown, it happens. So this will take a heavy hit to your political power, but again, it is worth it. You'll also go down in stability, but who cares? Also, Canada, change back to your old color, please. Alright, so here we have the royal marriage, and this is what we want, because now it opens up the King's Party. When you go down that, you will be able to get a bunch of non-aligned support. Alright, so here you're gonna soon be going to war with the Dominions when you go down and God Save the King. What I like to do is that I like to place my divisions on their border. So I normally go for what is he? Bernard Montgomery. Oh my gosh, that voice crack. As a field marshal, and William Slim for a general. You can give them anything that you really want. Which I'm going to be going through I'm going to be going for the fast planner, because why not? Well, when you go down the monarchy path, France never joins the Allies. Instead, they form their little entente. And I'll tell you later what happens to the little entente and the Axis, because this can help you with an invasion. Alright, and now we are the Monarchist Britain, otherwise known as Great Britain. Now, what do you want to do? You want to go down the God Save the King path. This gives stability and war justification and all that good stuff. And then you want to go down to the appeal to Imperial loyalists and bring the Dominions back into the fold. Now, another thing that I am doing is that I am setting up divisions on the Canadian border for an invasion, and I'm setting up divisions in South Africa. Now, what will this do? Basically, you want to attack South Africa first. They are an easy target as they only have that city, and Pretoria. I think this is the Cape, and this is, I think, called Durban, and this is the Cape Town. So those are their only victory points. So after invading them, you then want to set up naval invasions to Australia and New Zealand from this little tile here. Because if you have at least some territory in Australia or New Zealand, they are brought into the peace deal. And if you're feeling very, I don't know, I forget the word for it, if you're feeling very ambitious with your invasion, you can even break off some troops to go into India and take some land from them. But mind you, you're going to have a lot more troops because India breaks up. So now, because we will not be having political power shortages, you can go into here and get whatever you want. Because we are not democratic, we can no longer have the silent workhorse. So I normally would go for the economic reformer. Now, a little trick I like to do is that I like to make my divisions very big. And I normally just go for the 20 widths in the beginning. So just start with a small artillery, because I do not have enough artillery for 2 yet. So, yeah, make your divisions bigger. But you also want to keep horse divisions here, because those are fast, and if you are wanting to have this war be done quickly, you can use your horse divisions to get to the key cities. Well, here is the Pakistan and India war. And this is where, if you're the one who's feeling ambitious and wanting to invade India, I suggest not, because they are both in a war and you would need to use a lot of divisions for that invasion, but you'll only have a couple left. Alright, so now we have the war in China. This is something that you might need to worry about, because you do have Hong Kong, and the Japanese do like to take that from you. Alright, so now you are able to attack the Dominions after taking this focus. I like to call this the Dominion War, so that's what I'm going to be referring to it from now on. Now, to me, this war is a war of time and effort. Canada is very big, so when you invade it, you're going to have to take a lot of victory points all over this. Now, you might ask, why do you want to attack South Africa? 2 reasons. 1, America. They are guaranteeing the independence. Excuse me. They're guaranteeing the independence of Canada. So if you attack them, you'd go to war with the United States. But they are weak at this time, so if you are a very good Hearts of Iron 4 player and that you could do naval invasions at any time, you could attack Canada first, but I suggest not to. Now, in South Africa, you want to attack them because you will be able to free up, or because you can free up divisions, and they normally do not join wars in the Commonwealth. So, say if you declared war on Australia, it wouldn't go anywhere because, well, South Africa won't join. Alright, so now we declare war on South Africa. And if you unpause, of course Canada joins, and you want to execute all of your plans. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on Canada first. Or I'm not Canada first, I'm going to be focusing on South Africa first because they have the least victory points. So I will be back shortly. And alright, so South Africa has surrendered. Now, you want to split off your army into two different slots. One will be at Christmas Island, ready to invade Australia. So I suggest going over here. Actually, that's not gonna work. I suggest to go to Perth, because then you can get supplies and stuff like that. And then this one over here is going to be going to New Zealand. And then that's all, I guess. Now, I'm a little ambitious right now, and I might invade India. But that is only a big might invade India. Actually, I am going to invade India. There's nothing that's stopping me. Ceylon forwarding base. You can also take their military factories and put it towards whatever you really want. Now, I put up a lot of, or I put up the entire Royal Navy into one little sector. Now, I forgot to put this actually in Christmas Island, so the war is going to continue on a little longer now. But you can look to Canada and see what they are doing to help them. So now you have a lot of divisions, well, 2 right now, on their way to Australia for the invasion. Now, I don't care if I lose the port. It's just a port, and we'll still get what we need from it. But you also want to break off your navy to go over here, because, well, you're gonna want to invade New Zealand. Alright. Now we can reclaim the crown jewel of the Empire. Dun dun dun. Now you also want to go to this port to do the Indian invasion. So here you're going to see that these divisions, they are locked and they're likely going to die. But that is fine because we're going to still get them in the peace conference, because Australia is not a major, nor is New Zealand or India. Alright, so now we have our crown jewel of the Empire, and we can invade. And of course they joined the Commonwealth of Nations. I think that's what it's called. I forget. But yeah, now we have an area in Australia. We also have an area in New Zealand, Australia, and India. Now, it doesn't matter if... I'm sorry there. It doesn't matter if you lose ports. It just matters that you are here in a port. And now we are at the peace deal. We have Canada, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and India. Here, I'm going to pass a couple times because we're going to need a lot of war score for this. Take Canada. Take South Africa. New Zealand. Australia. In turn. And then you can take India. And there you go. You have won the war. Now you could also go to war... Oh my gosh, that voice crack again. You can also go to war with Pakistan, Bangladesh, Burma, and all that good stuff. But we have lost a lot of divisions in that war. So I'm just going to kind of settle back. And... I kind of tricked you, I guess. No, we are going into Pakistan to invade. Because we kind of need a lot of the commonwealths. Such as... Oh, well then, we actually do not need that. And we can do the Imperial Federation. Hallelujah, we will soon be united. I'm also going to put our newly found factories into guns and towered artillery for that extra help. And we also have dockyards, which I don't care about. They are all right with me. But yeah, now we have the Imperial Federation. And we can soon unite the Anglosphere, but we did not invade Ireland. Now, I don't really care for the invasion of Ireland, alright? It's a very easy invasion, and I think you guys can do it by yourself. So, yeah. Now we can put on our extra artillery division, and we will be set from there. We do need motorized, alright? Where's the motorized? Alright. And now we have the Imperial Federation finally completed. We have cores on all states around the world that are ours. Now you can get rid of these divisions and then you are set. Now, if you're just here for the Imperial Federation, this is where the video would end. But if you're here for more, then a part 2 could be coming out. But here, if you are wanting to continue on without my help, let me give you a little rundown of what you should do. As I said, invade Pakistan. And you can also invade Bangladesh. For me, the French were able to guarantee Burma, but soon you will be going to war with France, because Germany will not be able to get the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia due to the Little Entente. What this will do is that war between them will occur, and then you can come in with your navy and invade. Well, that was all for this video, and thank you for watching. This was the Jedi Kermity, and as always, may the Force be with you.